Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be featuring an Open Great League team with a pretty interesting team combination of Mantine, however you pronounce it, with Wing Attack, Aerial Ace, Ice Beam, which I think is pretty interesting Pokemon in the meta, especially with the Wing Attack buff. Lantern, obviously super strong, and then Chesnaught, the new Community Day Pokemon. This trainer said this team was really strong against a lot of the common meta. Obviously, the backline is pretty weak, very weak to Trevenant. Mantine does pretty well against it, but not super amazing either. So in the zero, it would definitely win. But it's probably kind of a baity matchup. All right, we're going to have... Oh, okay, they immediately swap into Lantern. Okay, interesting. Gonna switch out into Chesnaught. Looks like this video is going way too fast here. Maybe I'm just not used to watching battles this quickly because I haven't shoutcasted very many battles recently. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and play it at this. Let's play it at 1.5. Okay. Maybe I'm just not used to shoutcasting battles. Obviously, this is a very good lead. Chesnaught, a pure grass type, resists all. No, not pure grass. It is a grass type that resists all of Lantern's moves. As you can see, Lantern has thrown several charge moves and still has not taken out the Chesnaught. And then here comes a Noctowl, I believe. I'm gonna throw the superpower. It is neutral since it is a normal flying type, but does debuff the attack and defense. And this game is definitely over. Just gonna throw the Ice Beam, despite Aerial Ace having a same type of attack bonus. Ice Beam is more energy efficient, I believe. And this game's pretty much over. You don't really need shield. Mantine here gonna throw the Aerial Ace just to do a little bit of chip damage here, or potentially grab the shield. Doesn't really matter here. They are gonna Shadow Claw down though. Mantine, I believe, has the same stats as Skarmory, so a pretty tanky Pokemon. Just gonna shield everything from the Sableye, though the Shadow Ball does do slightly more damage than the Foul Play, but honestly, this Noctowl is not really too much of a threat to the Lantern at this point in time. Gonna be able to Spark down. They do switch out. Gonna throw the Surf Bait. Really unnecessary bait here, but honestly, this game's over anyways. The Surf definitely would not KO. Noctowl has a pretty decent bulk to it, and does throw the Shadow Ball. And okay, gonna build up extra for whatever reason, and gonna throw the Thunderbolt. Can easily take out this Sableye in 3 sparks, but gonna elect to go for the Surf. Gonna undercharge, and then call this a bien game, which is presume is French, but we are gonna go. Okay, looks like they're just finishing up that set, and does get a Wingull as a reward. Gonna fast catch it, gets the reward, gets the research bonus of 5 capture Pokemon, moving up to 26, 12. And this person says they climbed a decent amount with this team. If someone tries it, let me know what results they get going against an expert, or someone who's reached expert rank, I should say. And picking up a fantastic lead, has a really good matchup versus Swampert, but also has a good matchup versus Metachamp, since the wing attacks are super effective and the counters are resisted. Aerial Ace is super effective but does not do that much damage, does get the wing attack through. Expect this to be a Psychic, and they do throw the Psychic, does a pretty decent amount of damage. Does have to be careful of not getting Ice Punched here, which looks like what's going to happen here. Will survive the Ice Punch though. Oh, they actually go for the Power Punch. Gonna undercharge. And they definitely will survive this, and gonna go down a little bit here. I'm not actually quite sure why they did that there, because now they're being threatened to get much shot down. Gonna throw the Aerial Ace, hoping to get to multiple of them. It does a pretty decent amount of damage. Shadow Swampert, not the tankiest Pokemon, throws another Aerial Ace. Obviously, this will be a very difficult farm down for the Swampert. And looks like they are committing to the farm down. They get the farm down. Shadow Swampert comes through here. Let's see if they shield this. Could be a Sludge Wave, which would do a tremendous amount of damage. It is a Sludge Wave. One shots the Chesnaught. Unfortunately for them, it is a Skarmory in the back. Skarmory Swampert Core, obviously super common, and picks up the very nice win there. Obviously, Mantine was a huge core breaker for that team. Surprised that I guess they came in Swamp because it was low enough at that point in time. Otherwise, they probably would have came in Skarmory. Okay, super effective wing attacks, but the Razorleaf still do add up to quite a bit of damage. Likely, this Shadow Vic can maybe two shield through this Mantine. Oh, they actually let it go, and then here comes Bastion, and here comes Deoxys. Gonna throw the Thunderbolt. It's good to bait this out. Chesnaught has a good matchup against Bastion. They actually end up shielding the Thunderbolt, which makes sense. Does more than the Aerial Ace, and certainly would do. It probably does the most damage, to be honest. Besides the Frenzy Plan, obviously they don't know there's Frenzy Plan. I do expect this to be a Thunderbolt. They do connect with the Thunderbolt. Gonna look to throw the serve. Oh, gonna commit to the Thunderbolt. Very close, very well calculated play there. Reaches the Thunderbolt and gonna go into Mantine here. The Thunderbolt will one shot the Mantine. So we'll see if they do elect to throw it. They do Psycho Boost there. That was kind of an insane call there, but it doesn't really matter here because they are going to be able to take out everything with Chesnaught. Chesnaught resisting the smackdowns would take super effective from flamethrower, so you definitely don't want to get hit by that. I think it would probably do like 70%. Definitely wouldn't one shot. I'm guessing the Chesnaught could actually survive the smackdowns and the first flamethrower, but would put it really, really low. All right, we see Mantine into Medicham. We saw it previously. This is a good matchup. They do come into Noctowl a little bit slow on the switch, which is a little bit unfortunate, but still to be okay here. Resist the wing attack with electric typing, and the Shadow Balls are neutral, but they are non-stab, and Noctowl's pretty tanky, so it's going to take quite a bit to flip this matchup, and they elect not to. Gonna let this go. This will put the Lantern into the red, but we'll be able to easily spark. Okay, gonna let them farm a little bit here. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess the less farm for the Medicham, and then elects to throw the Surf. Did have the Thunderbolt there, so but maybe was panicking, concerned that they weren't gonna make it. Certainly that Thunderbolt actually would have been really nice here because honestly, this Aerial Ace probably would have come pretty close to KOing. They would have survived there. Oh, they come into Lantern, but unfortunately, they are met with hard counter city in the form of Chesnaught, and they're saying, the Lantern came in and says, "It's my Lantern," and then obviously the last Pokemon came in and said, "Chesnaught today." That was that joke was nuts. Anyways, we pick up another fantastic lead. Mantine picking up all the leads today. We will see how they're going to play this out. Aerial Ace is probably the less common moveset. Not that Mantine's super common. I think Bubble Beam is slightly more common of a moveset, which is probably why most people don't shield it. Not that people should be shielding Aerial Ace anyways. And I do expect this to be a Psychic. Does a tremendous amount of damage. They do come into Noctowl a little bit faster to the switch, mostly because it is a little bit lower in health, so it makes sense to switch. And they do throw the Shadow Ball. It does a pretty good amount of damage. Gonna farm up a little bit here and then throw the Thunderbolt. I think it's and then gonna look to spark all the way down. Gonna let this go. We'll see if they choose to let them farm a little bit more. Nope, they elect to just to throw it this time. And gonna make sure that they throw the correct move this time, which is the Thunderbolt. There's one spark there, knowing that they can survive the counter. And they actually end up shielding it. Makes sense. Otherwise, they would have taken it out. And we will see. Ooh, CMP tie. Do you let this go? Gonna let it go. It is the Ice Punch. Easily survives the non-stab Ice Punch. Gonna undercharge this. I don't actually really like this undercharge because they can just switch out. Gonna switch out. Oh, that's terrible. That is absolutely terrible there. Gonna throw the double resisted frenzy plant, but this is absolutely game over here. Here, this is why the team comp's kind of tough for this one because a Medicham double flyers is a pretty common team. Chestnut really doesn't have too much to go. I guess you have to anticipate that they have a Charizard in the back and go into Chestnut into the Medicham. Oh, okay. This is interesting here. They come into Chestnut. The wing attacks are doing a tremendous amount of damage. They do CMP tie on the Frenzy Plant. This is neutral to the Mantine, which easily survive this, but this Aerial Ace will absolutely one shot. Will they shield, knowing that this probably is gonna be a bubble beam? They actually choose not to shield. Gonna go into, oh my goodness, are you serious? They go Charizard into the Lantern. Um, Charizard would actually have an okay matchup against Lantern, against the Mantine, because they don't have any. Well, I guess they could have Bubble Beam, but it wouldn't even do that much. And the wing attacks would be neutral, so kind of an odd play there. Uh, could let this go. The Blast Burn would do a tremendous amount of damage. They do elect to go Blast Burn. They will reach a Dragon Claw. Do you let this go? Is gonna let go. The Blast Burn absolutely decimates, and we'll see how they're gonna play this out. Gonna go into, oh man, Chestnut versus the world here. Gonna shield this Avalanche for sure. We'll see what they can do against this Charizard. The Charizard's super low. It honestly would feint to superpower. This Frenzy Plan will not take out the Frostlass and it really needs to reach this superpower and is able to reach superpower. The wing attacks are doing a lot of damage to the Chestnut, but the superpower is single resisted and able to take out the Charizard. Very nice play there. All right. Okay, picks up the very nice 4-1 after the 3-2. And are we... Oh, okay. We see the excellent throw. Very nice. And we see the rank up to 26-55. I believe they sent a second set here. They said the second set is, man, we'll see how the second set goes and whether or not this team will hold up. And we see, oh, okay. They actually come into Registeel here. Kind of an awkward matchup here. I'm not going to lie. The Focus Blast would be neutral. The Zap Cannon would be resisted. We'll see if they throw. They do and elect to throw the Zap Cannon. Does a lot of damage and gets the debuff. Gonna have to throw the superpower. They're gonna have to throw 2 superpowers here. We'll see if the Registeel decides to shield. Oof. Okay. Switch is nice here, but not everything. Likely they have a second steal in the back. Gonna elect to shield. They do end up going with Focus Blast. The Zap Cannon definitely would have KO'd. We'll see if they switch to Pelipper. Honestly, this Chestnut might feint to 2 wing attacks. Okay, gonna be able to reach it here. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna KO no matter what. And this Chestnut will basically feint to 2. Oh, gonna switch out right away, expecting the steal in the back. Wants to preserve this this Chestnut. It is a steal in the back. And you kind of need the Chestnut for this. Lantern does okay against it, but it is a Spark Lantern, so it wouldn't do a lot of damage. And gonna look to throw the Ice Beam. We'll see what they're gonna do. Obviously, they're not gonna shield. They're gonna look to build up some energy here. Let this go. Go into Chestnut. You definitely won't reach a superpower before they reach a move, but I think you just sack it. Oh, they're going for the farm down here. That is aggressive here, but that looks like it might be the play. The question here is whether or not this Lantern, well, this Lantern will definitely make it to a move, right? If you shield this, because they even if they bait here, they're 2 away from the EQ, even if they're 100 here. And they do CMP tie on the EQ. So it makes sense when you're 2 away and they throw the rock slide, you're for sure going to make it to the surf. And there's absolutely nothing this Pelipper can do They would need to land like two hurricanes and a weather ball. Definitely would take it out, but there's absolutely no way they're gonna have that much energy. Nice read. Um, Obviously the GFS. I don't know. The GFS probably had enough energy to throw right away and probably would have made it to the EQ. That probably would have been game, but made the correct read there. Unfortunate debuff against the Reggie. Otherwise, would have been in a little bit better situation here. This is okay. Obviously, you have two answers in the back, so maybe you take a move and then switch. Okay, gonna throw the aerial ace at good timing here. We will see what this Azumarill does. They went up to the play rough. They do elect to throw the play rough. We're not seeing the switch out, which is I find kind of weird here. Especially since they're weak to let's see how this is gonna play out. Should be able to win the 0. Though this Azumarill looked like it farmed up extra here, but should be able to. Oh, they do come into Sableye here. Almost gets Shadow Claw down. The question is it? I don't know what's in the back. Let's see. Was that a return there? Okay. Gonna throw the Surf. Zazu's low. Ooh, they elect to. It's gonna be a foul play here. And then probably gonna farm a little bit here and then throw the Surf. And then we'll see what they do. I doubt they're gonna shield this, but let's see what's in the back. Oh, that is absolutely terrible here. This is absolutely terrible. Altaria in the back. And gonna switch to Chesnaught, and this is unfortunately this is not over, which means it is over. All right. I should have switched, to be honest. The fact that they were staying in was one, they're very weak to Trev in the back, so they have to bait out the Trevs in some fashion. Okay. All right, not the best matchup, not the worst. They do come into Trev here. This is exactly why you need to bait out the Trev. Unfortunately, Trev has a very good matchup against Lantern, but it's also the case that Trev is pretty glassy. You can see that Thunderbolt put it pretty low, and they also need, well, they don't need two moves here, but if they take the one, oh, they actually elect a Shadow Ball, which is a very interesting strategy there. It does allow for the better farm down. You wait the clock here. If it's an Azu in the back, then you can just sweep with Chesnaught, which would be super nice. You definitely don't shield this, right? You got a 2 shield. Oh, gonna shield this. Okay, I don't like that play there, but let's see. Gonna try to catch the Rock Slide. Oh, able to catch the Rock Slide, which is a very nice play. Both moves are resisted, but Rock Slide less energy efficient. We'll see. Oh, that is absolutely terrible there. Oh, man. Not today. Not today. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. These Flyers are getting the best of them today. Unfortunately, this is without Bubble or Bubble Beam. It makes the, well, maybe the main time matchup is not the worst because you can hit for neutral Ice Beams, but yeah, it's certainly a tough matchup. Gonna switch out right away. Really wants the alignment onto Chesnaught, onto GFIS, so actually hoping that they switch out. Oh, they do switch out, which is very nice. Oh, Pop. Oh, interesting, right? Pop. Yeah, interesting. Pop there. I'd probably just straight Thunderbolt here, but this is okay too. Thunderbolt's slightly more. Oh, they actually end up shielding here. Slightly more energy efficient, and as well, it's one less chart. Like it's more energy, so you also potentially can make it to more. Gonna let this go. A Pup won't KO here. Can me reach another one here? Ooh, that's actually really clutch there, and And then gonna look to wing attack down, though this Medicham is very loaded here. I think you just take it, right? You gotta take the shield advantage. Oh, gonna shield this. Okay, I don't... Yeah, it's okay, though. Gonna catch the rock slide. Very nice. Let's pray it's not a flyer in the back. No flyer. No fly. Okay, Sableye, not the worst. Though the foul play is gonna put it pretty low. The CMP tie on 8, which is kind of a weird number. Oh, it actually did not CMP tie here. You definitely shield this, and then you got to throw the frenzy. Oh, gonna let this go. Okay, and gonna throw the frenzy plant. Is this enough? I guess CMP tie. Okay. Oh, it's simul KO. Okay. I think this is okay though. It doesn't really matter here. They need 3 rock sites to KO at this point in time. Oh, maybe 2 ice beams will definitely KO, right? With the wing attacks. Let's see. It's non-stab ice beam. Yeah, it's definitely enough here. And gonna be able to throw another ice beam at the Galarian Stunfisk, and we see the ice beam does take it out. I believe we have one last game here, and we will see how this is gonna go. This Lantern is also 1478. Which obviously not the best CP, but it still seems to be putting in the work. All right. We will see. Okay. Sableye. It's unlikely that they have a Trev in the back, right? So you're a little bit less worried about that. Gonna throw the Aerial Ace at this Sableye, which is very unlikely that they shield again because Aerial Ace is not a very common moveset to run. They build up to the return. Will they throw the return or will they throw the foul play? I believe that is the return, and they come into Lantern. That's actually absolutely devastating for the Lantern. This is very likely the Thunderbolt here. I'll probably do 5 and throw the Frenzy Plant. They did 4. I think they could did one more. CMP tie on the Surf, but this is okay too. And it does take it out. They do come into... Gonna throw the superpower here. Okay, I'm not exactly sure, but okay, they're gonna undercharge the superpower. I'm not sure why. Guess maybe presuming that they're gonna shield anyways. I really didn't like that. Oh, it doesn't quite KO. They do come into Registeel here. Oh, this Registeel is kind of a nightmare for this Mantine since all the moves are resisted. And there's the potential debuff here. I'm gonna let this go. They need 2 moves anyways to KO. They do throw the Zap Cannon. Is there a debuff? No debuff there. Can reach the Thunderbolt before the next Zap Cannon. Since it only takes 7 seconds to make a Thunderbolt and it's 8 seconds to make it the Zap Cannon, they do elect to shield here. Ooh, gonna have to shield this. But the Sableye also has energy here, so this is definitely problematic here. They get debuffed here. Okay, gonna look to throw onto this Sableye and take it out. Gonna switch out and gonna look to throw a bunch of Aerial Aces here. Unless this Reggie can undercharge and not get hit by a 3rd Aerial Ace here, this game's over because once they throw the Focus Blast, they're 5 seconds away from another move. So it's really not too much this Registeel can do, minus the perfect undercharge. And there's actually no way. There's no way they can undercharge here. And this is absolutely game over. Gonna be able to reach the Surf there. Nicely played. Very nicely done. And that is the end of the battles there. Really like this team. It's a fun team. It certainly has its problems, especially against some of the like the Medicham double flyers. But this was a fun team. Hopefully you enjoyed the battles. And if you like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.